What a smooth segue. How's it going, everybody? TBW's here, and I'm back with another live stream. And we will be making a color base today. No, I'm kidding. Woo, that was mean to my monitor. You shouldn't yeet things in your studio. So I haven't live streamed in a while. Well, to be fair, I have live streamed a few times in the last while. Just all got deleted because I suck at live streaming. So, but I was trying out new things, and that's why they didn't work. As to this is not trying out new things. This is what I've always been doing. So, what the fuck is going on there with that automation? Hello? I'm so confused. What? Oh. Yeah, I was hearing this in my headphones the other day. By other day, I mean yesterday. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, so working on a new song. This is not going to be on the EP. This is actually going to be a single coming out. So why am I live streaming it, totally ruining the drop of it? I don't know. It's kind of fun. And it really is kind of like a colorful, kind of fun, melodic dubstep song. I'm just making a bunch of super saw chords and color bass. Which actually might be kind of cool, because for people that don't know how to make color bass, which it's not really that hard, but if you don't know, then, you know, you don't know. And we're going to be experimenting with some techniques. This song's pretty much almost done, so I really should have started live streaming it back when I started this song. I just didn't think the song was going to end up as good as it did. So, I got to close this second window so I can see my live stream. There we go. Oh my god, and my handsome face. Yes. Okay. So we'll take it from the top. I'll make sure to not talk while things are playing, because I'm constantly fighting with my sidechain. Black espresso, because I need to go and buy creamer. Anyway.
I don't wanna go to another place. Even I can meet with me. I took up a love to say you had plans, but I'm not interested in take that, 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 take
And that's about as far as the song goes. So, yeah. Yeah, it's pretty much, like, almost done. I'm going to make this next drop, and then I'm going to make an outro, and boop! And then I'm going to do some, 3D animation stuff for the release and all that fun stuff. Yeah, so, as you can tell, the shitty bass right here is where I left off, and where we're going to start this live stream. Is making this not suck. So I guess for tutorial purposes, we'll go over this bass right here. I love the OTT gurgles. So here's the patch. What does it sound like without the vocoder? So kind of like a, yeah, pretty much like a hyper Terror Squad-ish bass noise with like the simplest processing ever. Yeah, I actually really didn't make this patch all that much without the vocoder. I kind of made like the initial concept of it, and then I just slapped a vocoder on it. And then this is the vocoder channel right here, which is just playing the one chord of the key that we're in, which are in G sharp minor. Why I'm making dubstep in G sharp minor, I don't know. It's honestly a terrible idea. No, actually, how I started making this song was I was going through some old project files on FL Studio, just kind of memory lane stuff. I was sort of having writer's block, so I thought it'd be cool to dig through and see some old stuff I made. And I found this melody right here. So, I kind of saved all the MIDIs from the original FL project file. It was also, I had this epic chord thing going on. So that was from the original project file. And then I just imported everything over to Ableton as the whole concept there. And then I just kind of ran with it. I'm getting off track now. I don't. Yeah. So that's why it's in G sharp minor, because it's back before I really knew what scales worked best with dubstep. And G sharp minor, I originally went with G sharp minor because G sharp is not. It's kind of starting to push the limit of where a sub should hit. So, like where it gets a little too harmonic and just the sub sounds weird. So G sharp, if you use some very precise EQing, you can kind of get away with the sub in that one. And then it's 6th degree, which is it's one of its resolutions is a E. So I could start on G and then fall down to E to resolve, and then E is that sweet bass note that all dubstep loves. So back when I was a little bit more newbie at this, that was the logic why I picked G sharp minor. And that way it was also kind of higher up the scale, so you can get these little prettier melodies. Probably not going to write another song in G sharp minor again, but this one was already, like, I wanted to keep the initial lead and chord structure. So I just kind of took it on as a challenge and said, all right, screw it. Let's see if I can make G sharp minor work with dubstep. In all realness, it does. Like, I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just, typically you want to do like F minor, E minor, D sharp minor is one that I've been really loving lately. Are way better for dubstep. G sharp minor, like I said, you're just kind of getting a little too high up in the scale. Which, my advice for that is don't run your scale up, run your scale down from the home note. So, a lot. Ooh, chill. So, like, going to like your 2nd through 4th, going up might be bad because you're gonna end up pushing your sub to that higher range. Scale down, so you're playing your notes down, and you know you want to transition to like your 7th, 6th, and 5th. Going down, and that will kind of keep your sub at a nice happy range. And then with your melody, your top melody, since there's going to be no parallel sub to that, Then just go ham and do the standard music theory. Just like, it's really interesting to make because you have to be very careful what notes you use and when. And this is what I come up with. You know, maybe you're a lot more educated in the music theory and you're like, wow, you're an idiot, you should do this, or you don't know what you're talking about. Probably not, but that's my logic. Take it or leave it. Fucking click off the video if you want. So enough of me rambling. Let's actually get to some bass design after I just do a quick little check on the stream. Everything looks good. I look like an idiot. Fantastic. All right. Let's go. So I was talking about the bass design on this. So I guess I'll take it from the top because I kind of went on a tangent there. This is the patch. Like it or leave it. I don't know. Terror Squad. Plucky bass. And then obviously a sub channel. So like what I and most dubstep artists do is you just comb out the sub in your bass design and then just make a separate channel specifically for your sub. Pretty standard. This is the parallel like vocoder channel, so it's muted, which I really love how Ableton does this. So you can have it muted, but it still will process the sound. So I have the vocoder right here set to external, and then its audio, where it's getting its audio from is the Serum 11 channel, which is this right here. It's playing the 1 chord, so a G sharp minor chord, and it's not even like a developed patch. It's literally just a single saw wave, which I might go back in later and modify, but I kind of like how it sounds already, so I might not tweak it that much. With this next bass we're making, we might do something a little bit more experimental, which is what I'm going for. So you get this standard patch, you add a vocoder to it, it's now has a chord tied to it, so now every time it hits, it's got like the frequencies of the entire chord kind of meshed into this like bass sound, and you just tweak the dials on the vocoder until you get this sweet spot where it's still kind of got the filth of the bass but the harmonics of the chord, and then you just basically do your standard drop bass processing. Jesus Christ, it's actually a really long processing chain, or at least it's getting there. It's getting to be sort of thick. Obviously, I start off most of my processing chains with the saturator. Camel Crusher actually is something I don't normally do, but I did for this because it kind of breaks it up a little bit more and highlights those. I don't know. It's weird. It was a little experimental, and it's not on very like harsh. It's just kind of subtle, but I noticed you get a little bit more solid tones when you crush things a little bit. And I really wanted to bring out that whole it hitting a chord. So, yeah, that's what's going on there. OTT, that's pretty standard. EQ, just an EQ. You don't even explain that. Glue same. Always use a glue compressor with your basses. That was like glue compressor is the main reason why I went to Ableton. I flippin' love glue compressor. That's all I gotta say. Seriously, copy the settings on here if you don't know what I'm doing. This is like for a transients boost. So when you have all these OTTs, distortion and all that, you can kind of get these little distorted noises that drag on. And what this will do is it will kind of sharpen it up a little bit to get to back to that original kind of wave shape. And then also kind of boost the initial transients and the punch of the bass sound to make it really, really poppy, and it's something a lot of bass artists do. So if you don't know that, now you know. Sorry for everybody that already knew that. That's being repetitive. Now, Metallicize is a effect rack that I made that I use kind of a lot ever since I made it. I really love kind of this rack. And what it is it's parallel processing a dry and wet signal of a delay. The delay is set to very, very like short, sort of. I mean, in terms of like a transient attack, it's kind of delayed, but for the sense of a delay, it's really short. And then they're slightly off from each other, left and right, and it's on ping pong setting right here. And what this will do is it'll just make it sound very wide and metallic, and that's the whole point of metallicize, is it makes it sound bigger and a little bit more metallic. And obviously, not obviously, but the wet signal, the delayed signal, is also wider too, so it's pushed further back into the mix and it's wide, and that also leaves room for just the dry channel to just be sitting in the center, being the awesome bass patch it is. It just really, like it says, it makes it more metallic and bigger. And then you could kind of just fine tune right here on the channel volume, so you could have a little bit more, a little bit less. You could automate it. I just use this on most of my bass patches now because I love it so much. Sausage fattener. I just love sausage fattener. It's my fucking love this plugin. Utility. Make it a little bit wider. I just thought I don't. It's pretty random when I use utilities, but I just felt like the sound overall just needed to be wider, especially when you make bass patches where you turn your global width to 0. And it just, things get, you want to start thin and forcefully bring it out, and that gives it this kind of digital distorted kind of vibe to it. Dimension expander, again, doing the same thing. I'm just trying to, I started off with something super narrow and I'm just making it wider and thicker without making the center fall apart. Auto filter, that's just for automation in the track. And reverb mixer, which is another effect rack that I made that I really love. And it's basically for reverse reverb tails. And I use it a lot. And it's a very simple rack. Very, very simple. You got your dry signal, yet again, nothing on it. Reverb mixer, it's got a reverb on it. Wow! And then it's just by default turned off. And then I just automate it to like max out. Here's a good example of this. Right here. This is a good example. Show automation. I hate that example. That's a terrible example. We'll go to the chords here. Because the chord, I literally use this on like half of my channels. So I got the reverb mix right here. So this chord hits. It takes the signal. And then we just automate the volume of this channel and you get... Here, let's... And then you could just make a steep curve down, cut it off, and then it doesn't stick around anymore. Also, it's really cool to like, it's just like, if you are tired of using the same wash samples over and over again, like, you know, I have like a few. I also have some on Splice. And I just kind of get tired of just using the same ones, and I listen to multiple songs and I got the same wash in the background. I'm like, it's kind of cheap. But at the same time, finding good ones is also really hard that works with your track. So this is a good way to literally make a wash out of your track. Like, use elements that are already there to make the wash, and therefore it's going to sound like it belongs there, and it's just going to fit all the better, and it's always going to be different. So I really like using it. Here's a good example of using it more as a wash, where instead of having it curve back down and turning it off, I actually let it die out. So it goes like this. And then you can just make a wash out of the instruments you already have there. And that is what makes that bass patch. So now we're over here on drop number 2, and we're making a new one. And how far have I gotten into making this guy? Vocoder, EQ, cut out the lows, saturator, OTT. Love you, glue compressor. Another EQ. The reason why the EQs are flat is because I haven't yet figured out what I want to boost and take away. So I just, by default, kind of cut out the sub and go from there. What I usually do is I cut out the sub a little bit more harshly. Like I go, 250, which is the true end of the sub range. And then on the second one, I actually leave a little bit more of it to kind of make sure it has that bottom to it. Just do not have like anywhere from like 120 below in it, because that's where your kick lives and that's where your sub is at. And you don't want it to like get really muddy and mushed together. But I like to bring a little bit of the sub range back into my bass after the OTTs, because the OTTs are just going to recreate more frequencies in that spectrum. That's why you have to have one on both sides of the OTT, so that way it doesn't come back. Because if I were to mute this, we would have sub in. The OTT just literally brings out more sub, because that's what OTT do. It just practically creates frequency. It's boosting, but from this perspective of your ears when you're designing, it almost seems like it's just creating new frequencies. Almost. It's not actually what it's doing. It's not what a compressor does. This is what a distortion plugin does, actually. So you can kind of see what I'm going for here. So before I used a chord to make it. Now I kind of want to use like an arpeggiator with this that's also going at the same rhythm that the LFO is going at, and trying to make something cool with that. That's where I left off, and now I'm playing with it. How does it sound? I'll go up. What if I did this? What if I inverted that? There's a lot of trial and error going on right now. I've never actually made color bases before. This is my first time ever. It's not really a hard concept. It's just something that it's really hard to actually pull it off with just regular bass sounds. Like, once it's in there, it kind of defines the song a little bit. So, once you commit to a color bass, you're kind of doing, I don't know. Barely Alive's Basement Dwellers VIP has some color bass. Hence why I got inspired to do this. Actually, hold on. Let's play the example. I'm gonna example track going. It's not like I make money off these, so fucking copy strike me. Take my money, Barely Alive. You already are with Patreon, so. Where do I keep these things? I actually don't. Is this gonna come out of my? We'll find out. Some knobs got played with. We're not gonna play the whole song because that's whack. Just the part where we get to the color bass. There we go. Also, I love this part too.
Going down.
Fucking love that song. But it actually doesn't even start with color bass. The first drop actually is like just more of a normal drop.
Down.
Kind of more similar to like their Weeble Wobble. So, yeah. But that kind of got me inspired to be like, I want to screw around with some color basses, see what they do. So, it is a little bit of like fine tuning to find these cool phenomenons within the processing. So, oh, there's another color bass in the song that I haven't even showed yet. It's over here. So this is the cool part about color bass is I have the chord actually go down to the 6th for a resolution, which is also my E. This is why I originally went with G sharp minor, because I can switch to E at any point. Not any point, but like kind of resolve a kind of section in E. And it sounds really cool. And so I have the chord go down, and since that's what's sending the signal to the vocoder, it warps the sound, as even though I haven't done anything with the kind of home patch. This other color bass right here, which I might change. This doesn't sound as good, but it needed something else here. What if I did this? Hey, no, none of that. Shame on you. I usually like to boost the 10K and up, which is mostly just white noise, but kind of just adds a little bit of noise to it. Makes it sound a little bit more intense. And it helps fill out the space up here. Oh Oh yeah, that bass needs some power to it. Let's give it some power. Let's give it to sausage. Give it to sausage. If it knew how to spell sausage. All right. Actually, I almost want to. Hold on. I want to do that now. Hey, I think that's the right MIDI. I'm not sure. I still have to play with it, but I think that's what I want to do with the MIDI. Filler bass right there. You need to calm down. Or I do this and kind of imitate what we did with the, well, I say what I did with the last drop, where then I just modify it and put it here. I'll just fucking do it. Explaining things is hard. And instead do something like that. Maybe. Mabes. That is a sloppy MIDI. But it loops fine, so we know it's okay. I'm gonna change this bass right here. I kind of want to keep that one just the first drop, but probably gonna make a brand new bass for it, and I'm not at that point, so it's kind of being a stand-in right now for this drop. Because the squeaky is kind of starting to piss me off, but I'm hearing too much of the MIDI and not enough of the bass with that high part. It's maybe harder than I thought it would be. No, I still like the idea of it being here. And then, like, serum. Where are you at? Get over here, Serum. I need you. If I were to ever lose Serum, I don't know what I'd do. I think that's 90% of my tracks are just Serum patches that I've made. And then splices. Splice samples. Splices. That's what they're called now. That is the plural for a bunch of splice samples is splices. Awkwardly hits vape. Okay. Hey, you gotta, like, you know, maybe put a MIDI in there. Probably. Actually, since it's kind of at the end of the loop, I probably can put an E right there. Let's see here. Give me a fact presser. Okay. Sorry, I had to like kind of. That's not the whole patch. I'm not leaving it there. I had the idea for it, and I wanted to at least get the groundwork going so I could come back and make it. But I just want kind of like an 8th chant sweeping in to the next one. And maybe like a Vocodex on it. This. I hate how I did this. Actually, no. Do it this way. This project file needs some housekeeping. Bad. There we go. There we go. And give me one of these guys, C and V. Now, I don't have to just use this one channel for all my... I can make a completely different channel, which I still might, but I kind of like how every single one that's being kind of with the Vocodex on it is being pulled from this one channel, so they'll all the bases will kind of have like this common denominator to it, which might be cool. Might not be cool. Who knows? Put that behind there. External input. I forgot 12. It's a 12 serum. No. There we go. Yes. Good. Good. Cool. And that's probably as much as I'm going to do with that because I'm going to focus on this main base here. Ooh, that could be a cool automation. Bringing it down like... That's kind of cool. Alright, I'm probably not going to keep this, but I want to fuck around with it. That's half bars, you idiot. You know what? No. You know what? No. Just take it. Let's take this from the top. Take it from the top. What am I making? What is this? Oh, that's actually kind of cool. Maybe we will keep it. I don't know. It's not quite, like, badass yet, but it might get there. Something's not going right there. This is starting to come together. I'm kind of liking where this is headed. Move that over. What? No, that would be weird. And now I hate it. I liked it, now I hate it. Hate that too. Just hate it all. But I do like the concept of modulating the formant. I has idea. Could be a bad idea, but I has idea. And this is something like I feel like Barely Alive would do, and that's why I'm going to do it, because I'm inspired by them right now for the concept of these color bases. So I'm going to try to take a page out of their book and do some LFOs here. What happens if I raise this an octave? I hate it. What happens if it's this now? My cat has an appointment on the 10th. Jax, do you want to go to the vet on the 10th? He just had a $1,000 medical bill to get teeth removed. And I really don't want to. I don't know. I don't think you want to go back there anytime soon, do you? Every time he goes to the vet, he gets like depressed for like a month. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? I also need to buy him a larger cat carrier because you're freaking huge, dude. I had to buy a dog carrier for my cat because he's that thick. It's a weird side tangent I just went on. I just got a notification about his appointment and it got me thinking about it. I might reschedule. I think I also have plans this weekend. It's not like postponing like a important like surgery or something. Well, yeah, I mean at the same time though, it's a checkup to see how the stitches are doing You know, yeah, we probably should. We probably should go. Just to make sure everything went okay. It should be free. It should be a part of his plan. But removing pet teeth, feline teeth, is expensive. You're an expensive kitty, Jax. Alright. This bass is starting to grow on me. It is pretty cool. I've never made anything that quite sounds like this. Also, it'd help with my sanity if I added this sub to it. So let's real quick make a sub. Take notes, boys. This isn't even the right part of the song, is it? God, I hate myself. And you're on E. Let's double check to make sure that I went right. Yep, that's on E. This is on G sharp. Add a MIDI channel. Literally, I love doing that. I make all my basses in the 0 octave, so I can literally just copy the MIDI and throw it onto another channel, and it's perfect for my sub. Sometimes I will make my bass noises outside of 0. It's more often than not kind of thing, but that I keep it at 0. And I make sub patches. I make a sub patch for just about every single bass I do. Bass noise, it gets its own sub patch. And I've gotten really good at just rapid firing these things to the point I don't even need to hear it anymore. Like, I know it's a 1/4, and the LFO kind of starts towards the beginning right there. Boom. All right, go to the wavetable position. This adds harmonics. Ripped off that idea from Virtual Riot, which I'm pretty sure he's not the only guy to do it, but that's who I learned it from. Is you make a sub table, and as the table progresses, it adds harmonics. It's pretty easy to do. Little bit of that, thicken her up. There we go. Good. Compressor. Yep. Turn that up. Thank you. The mid, bring down just a little bit. Kind of make it level with the sub. This high end, die! None of you! And then boost the low. Perfect. And then if you're really feeling special, do one of those. Kind of just helps keep it clean. In my sub rack, I already do that, so it's an unnecessary step, but it's like a cleaning step. Boom, boom, and then we go to audio effects, audio effect rack, sub rack 2.0, boom, and boom. I didn't even have to listen to it or anything. I just make them that fast now. How am I gonna do this though? How do I want to? Something like that, maybe? A little bit of that. Open that up, because again, this will kind of cut out any like harmonic frequencies and just keep it to the sub. I can also play with these dials here. Since I made this rack more for like E minor and E flat minor. It's a little bit lower. For this, I kind of want to bring it up just a little bit closer to that 100. Double check it over here. So that bass patch still needs a lot of loving. So like, okay, so look at this right here. Now look at this over here. Reaches a bit higher, and the curve is a little bit more like compressed and kind of all moving together. Well, this one's a little bit, it's kind of falling apart a little bit for the master side of things. Almost there though. It's getting there. We're not even done with it, so that's totally fine. We've just gotten to the sausage fattener. Ooh, 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 ooh! Let's see what Metallicize do to it. Is this gonna be the first bass noise where Metallicize sucks? Or is it gonna work its magic once again? I think it's gonna work its magic again. The key to it is to just keep turning it down and down and down until you barely even hear its existence, because I think that's when it excels at. Because, I mean, you might not hear it super well on speakers, but then when I put it in the headphones, it makes it sound super wide. I don't know about that second part, but this part. I'm sort of liking this. It's still not quite there yet, but gosh darn does it sound pretty, like, textured. You know, it's got some weird movement to it, and I love it. Perhaps maybe we could fix that a little bit with EQing. Just add another guy in here. I'm kind of feeling like this range needs to be boosted a bit. Also this right here. Oh, let's not use 3 for that though. We'll use this. Got to keep it a little bit organized. I don't know about the second half of that. I might do even and complete. I don't know. I'm not even going to say what I'm going to do yet, because I'm not even sure what I'm going to do yet. Maybe I'll just have it repeat. Let's listen to the first drop again, because I need to get re-inspired of what this song is. Wrong spot. Oh yeah, I need to get re-inspired. Jeez, I freaking left out the main melody entirely. Oh my god. We have to incorporate this guy in there somehow, or else I'm gonna be unhappy with myself. So what am I gonna do? Am I really just gonna like rip off the same concept from earlier where I just do one of those? Literally just do that. Oh, you're not gonna like that, are you? You're gonna be mad about that. You're gonna hate me for that. Okay, hold on. There we go. And then it's right there, so cut out that. Give me this one. Sounds like a little too low, and I want some of the high-end texture, you know? Also, this guy. Turn down the wet on it. We've been streaming. Can you shut up? Ableton. We've been streaming for about an hour. I was thinking of a shorter stream because this is kind of like just kind of a fuck it kind of thing. Just stream for the sake of it. So I actually have a lot to do today. A lot. I have a whole list. I've been lazy lately. I put in some PTO so I could just get some time to work on my life, hence why I'm live streaming and working on music, because that's what I need to be doing. Soft kittens are cute. So I'm probably going to end this pretty soon. Dramatic coffee sip. Yeah, but we're gonna work on it a little bit more, because I don't feel like we're at a good stopping point. Yes. Good. Yeah, I'm being annoying now. Let's go. I mean, yeah, you can if you want. Yeah, sure, why not? But 3 here. There we go. Show automation. Come with I feel like 3 is just dancing over here, like boom, boom, boom. Why am I this way? I tell you to show me automation and you just don't? Am I looking at the wrong thing here? Oh, fiddlesticks, I am. Yeah, that's what's going on. I don't think I like that. I don't like it one bit. Give me this. Hey. I never tweaked that dial. What's going on there? Re-enable automation. There's like a muddy frequency in here I want gone. Oh! Hold up. May have just had an idea. Maybe I didn't. I don't know. But I just realized this doesn't have a high pass on it. And that could deteriorate a lot of like movement. So let's do this right. Kind of higher than I normally would. No, well, it's 240. Okay, no, that's about right. There's so much fine tweaking to this. Ugh. Ugh, it's kind of miserable, not gonna lie. There's something cool going on here, and I don't know what it is, but I'm kind of liking it. Call that bass kind of like the design part of it sort of done for now. Kind of happy with it. Let's just thicken it up now so it kind of stands on its own better. Oh, what am I gonna do next? How am I forgetting my own bass design? Here. Oh yes, of course. After we thicken the sound, what we do is we thicken the sound more. That's the logic. Make it wide. That's kind of cool. It's a little bit filthy, but I feel like you get a little bit more of a creative license with the second drop. So, yeah, I'm gonna make it a little bit more messier on this end of the song, and that's totally okay. I'm going back on some things now. I don't know why I didn't just do that to begin with. Maybe somewhere right here, it feels like it's played its part, right? Maybe this much? I'm trying to find the sweet spot for it. I has idea. Also, hold on. No, I really feel like that's kind of the optimal amount right there. Thing is, there's a flippin' gap. So, I mean, fiddlesticks. Well, what happens right behind... You know what? That is what we need. Because then... Yeah, then when we get to this part, it feels like a natural progression. Hello? Oh, yeah, that's right. It's got a crap ton of delay on it. It's got all kinds of effects that make it want to bleed on forever. So let's go ahead and... clean up that. There we go. Something like that. I don't know. So that way it's pretty like paralleled to the first drop while still being very unique in itself. Thank you. Alright, so I know that didn't sound like crazy cool. But, I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun making this, like, color-based melodic dubstep song. It's really fun. And I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you'd like to see more, make sure to hit the bell notification and subscribe and stuff. And that way you know when more content comes out. I don't know. You know, if you want to. If you have the spare time. I mean, it takes, like, literally, like, 2 seconds. You know, like, it's really not... Is it really that hard to subscribe? It costs you nothing. It literally costs you nothing and gains me everything. How cool is that? How cool is that superpower? Right? Right? I see you looking at that subscribe button. Hopefully we'll have more content here soon. Depends on, you know, my schedule and stuff and what's going on. You know, I want to make sure I'm putting out at least, like, decent content for y'all. And what really helps with that is jumping down in that comment section below and let me know things, you know? What do you want to see? What do you want to know? What questions do you have? I don't know. Let me know, dude. You can also find me on Twitter and Instagram. Actually, we have, like, all those links, like, right here. Like, where's that at? Where's it at? Is it this one? Boom! Look at that! Look at all that cool stuff. You can find me in all those places. Wow! Maybe not so much Twitch, because we kind of live stream over here on YouTube. But, you know, unless you guys want Twitch, we can switch over to Twitch. Just let me know. But on that note, peace out, everybody.